everybody. It's 3 weeks before Thanksgiving, and the object is to clean this pantry out. Warwick was supposed to be building me shelves on the side of it because it's really a small pantry for such a big house. We live in like a 4,100 square foot house, but our kitchen is kind of small. So Warwick was gonna build me shelves on either side of it just so that I could have a little bit extra space for storing things, but he's working all the time. He really doesn't have the time. So I went to Lowe's today, I bought some shelves, and I'm gonna kind of try and rig it. These are the shelves that I bought, right? So I got them each cut to like, I measured, they're 23 and 3/4 inch long. They're not really very thick. I think they're 6 inches thick, maybe. But I don't need a lot of space, and you'll have to excuse my kitchen because I kind of started. But this is what the pantry looks like. It's very crazy. So what ends up happening is like every 3 months or something, I revamp it, I reorganize it, everything looks great, and then in a week it looks crazy again. So let me show you what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna hold this right here. So I have all this empty space right here, and I'm thinking if I put a shelf along here to hit this wall, then I can store things, you know, up until the edge and all the way up. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 shelves. So I think I can do 5 here and then another 5 on that side. So that's the object. I don't really know how well it's gonna work. I'm gonna use that shelf, and then I have these little round eyelets that I am going to place right here on the wall so that the shelf can rest on it. So I will show you. I don't really know how easy this is gonna be to get this shelf in here, but I just wanna see if it's gonna work, because honestly, I don't even know if it's gonna work. So I took some stuff out. Ooh, I think it might. Gonna be hard, but oh, yep. See? I think that's gonna work. Okay, so this is what I got. They're called screw eyes. And you can see from the back, I'm gonna screw them into the wall, and then I'm gonna do 2 per shelf, and then it's just gonna act as a little bit of a support, so we'll see. All right, so I'm gonna take my pencil. I'm gonna make sure that this is flush against the wall, and I'm gonna make a little mark under here. You know what, I think I'm gonna go back with an Expo marker and mark it. Now I'm gonna see if I can just do it by hand. I'm gonna just stick it in there, and I'm just gonna start turning and see if I can screw it. And it's going into something hard, so this might actually be a genius idea. Can you see it? There's number 1 right here, and I'm gonna do number 2. Guys, look, it's sturdy. There's wood there. It's worked. This is gonna be so awesome. I'm so excited. Can see really well what I did here. So I just put the shelf here, and then as you saw, I marked it with the marker, and then I just screwed these little eye screws things, eyelets, that's what I want to call them, into here. And it's resting. See, it's really strong. I'm pulling down hard on it. Okay, I just wanted to show you real quick. This side of the pantry is a lot wider, so I'm going to do at least 2 shelves, I think, side by side. And I haven't decided how close I'm going, but I can make them closer together if I want, or wider. I haven't decided, but that's what I'm doing right now. I just put these inlets here, and here's the shelf. There you go. Okay, it's the next day, And I totally forgot to show you guys what my pantry looks like, but I will tell you this. I was sitting in my kitchen, which is completely, totally dirty, and I was getting ready to make myself some sweet potatoes, some purple sweet potatoes. I don't know if you've ever seen those before. But anyway, I was thinking I need the oil from the pantry, and it just made me smile because I thought I can go into my wonderful pantry that now has so much space and get the oil out and not make a mess, and everything will still be neat and organized. So I want to show you what it looks like. I'll give you a little tour of sorts. Okay. Let's see. Hey, Coco. Hi. Hi. Oh, she wants a buddy to rub her tummy. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, guys. Okay. The pantry. So I hope at first you can tell that it is a lot more organized, and I didn't do anything to that. That's just where we keep all of our water bottles for sports and stuff. But let's go inside the pantry and I'll show you. Might actually be better if I do this long ways, but here, move that's where I keep my broom. So you can see how I've added these shelves, and they have added so much more space. So basically, this is what I do on the top shelf. That's where I keep the chips. That's on the very top row, and I put them in these white bins because it's just kind of easier, where you can just grab them out and see, because you buy the big bags of chips. Well, that would work for small bags anyway, but just so that it doesn't make such a mess on the shelf. So that's where I put those, and then all of our cereal boxes. Over there in the corner is like oatmeal and like all our flours, coconut flour, almond flour, regular flour. So then the shelf below, all of our protein powders, I now have room for them. They used to be shoved over here in the corner and I couldn't see. So now I have them here, and then this is all my kind of granola stuff, like hemp seeds, pumpkin seeds, flax seed, chia seed, all the seeds in the world. All of that in there and there. And all of that used to be just totally unable to get to. All of our nuts are in here. And you'll see as I go through our pantry, I use just these cheap magazine racks from IKEA to organize things so that they can easily be pulled out. So like I just have a whole bunch of bags of nuts in there. But they also work really good for bottles and stuff. And I'll show you that in a minute. But okay, continuing on the second from the top shelf. So these are all cookies and crackers, all snack foods, some dried okra, popcorn. I have sugar-free Jell-O. So that's 2 shelves. Now on the third shelf, this is mostly stuff that I use for cooking and stuff. So sugar and salt. But before, because when I didn't have these side shelves, I kind of had to stack things. Really deep towards the end of the shelf because that was the only thing everything would fit, and then I couldn't see everything. So this way, I do have some open space here, but hopefully I won't really have to use it because now I can use this side. And I can just stack things on one level so that I'm able to actually see what I have in my pantry. So that's that. So if we come back a little bit, you'll see that's the top, the second, the third. Now the fourth shelf is where I put all of our condiments and some of our canned goods. And the thing that I wanted to show you on this shelf is I like to have things, excuse me, my chair is about to screech on the floor, so I'm going to apologize. The thing that I did to kind of maximize my space so that I was able to kind of see everything that I've put in here, I bought certain things like this that I can just kind of pull out on my own without moving things around. These I got at the dollar store. So this area right here, I got this from the dollar store just to kind of create a tier. And then this that I can just slide in and out. So I keep like our canned meats for like fried rice or something like that. Here's some tuna. And then up here I keep like sardines and salmon. And then those are some dried shrimp. And then now, oh my gosh, I love this. I really don't buy that much canned stuff, but I never know what I have. So this is nice now that I can see it. So I just have all my crushed tomatoes here, which I use a ton of crushed tomatoes when I'm cooking. And then like my mom likes soups, so we always have a few of those. And then you can see the other things. And then always plenty of jarred marinara sauce. And over here, which is what I was talking about earlier, is my kids, whenever they come in and they're like, oh, I need this. And they were just like, they would throw it everywhere. And then it just kind of like shifts everything so that everything is a mess. And then you can never, when you come in here to find what you want, you can never find what you want. So I tried to create like a system where like if they, you know, even if they come out and they're like, oh, I need some, I don't know, Dijon mustard, and then they take it out of this magazine rack, right? So they're gonna shove that in, and they might not even shove it in really very good. And if they put this back, they might not put it back where it goes, but at least I know they're not gonna like take all of these out, and all of these aren't going to be messed up. And even if they kind of like shuffle through things and move things around, it's, even though it's still kind of neat. So I can kind of go back in and straighten it up like this, no time at all, versus having to do like, you know, 25 bottles that are now crazy all over the place. So anyway, and it just helps me if I know like I need a cooking spray, I can grab a cooking spray really quickly. Or if I know I need olive oil, there it is right back there. Super easy to get to, and I've only had to move one thing to get to it. So this is the bottom row. And for extra cans of stuff that I get, like I said, I don't buy a ton of canned stuff, but the things that I do generally always have on hand are like coconut milk, beans of some sort, usually black beans and white beans. I like white beans because they're lower in carbs. And then corn for salads. My kids like that. And then don't want to be caught on Thanksgiving without cranberry sauce. And then pumpkin, which I'm only surprised I only have one of those because I use pumpkin in a lot of stuff. And then always your necessary ramen. There's extra Ziploc bags over here. All of that. All of this is like Halloween candy, which I hate having, but my kids have to have a shelf in here for like stuff that they get from school. They always are like exchanging things at school. So, it's not pretty, but there has to be a shelf for them to keep their stuff on. And then at the very, very bottom, that's an ice cream maker. And then those are just coolers that I usually grab. They're like handheld coolers that if we're gonna go somewhere for like 6 hours or something and we need a few things that need to stay cold, I usually grab those really quickly when I don't grab the big coolers. And then extra lunch boxes, and this is where we keep our overflow of plastic bags, trash down here, and then paper sacks from like Trader Joe's and Target and stuff. You know, the whole point of this exercise is, you know, maybe it isn't magazine perfect, but man, I love it. And I just really think that we all should just grasp what we have and enjoy what we have, where we are. And Coco is barking at something. And just love it. I don't know. I just wish I had done it sooner. I'm so glad that I did it now, though, so it's going to be neat and organized for Thanksgiving. Thank you for watching my video. If you like it, give me a thumbs up. And I hope maybe you got inspired to do something in your kitchen with what you have and with meager means. And enjoy your life. See you in the next video.